right, what I'm going to show you today is how to pull your acetate proof on your secondary plate and then align it and help you figure out how you're going to do registration on your key plate. So I have my key plate here. I've got my secondary plate here. I've already inked up my secondary plate with my ink and my brayer. I'm going to move that out of the way. Give me a little more space. And then this is my secondary plate. And I already actually printed it. I just burnished it with my spoon. Go ahead and pull that off. I don't need an excellent proof. I just need something to give me an idea of where everything is. I'm going to set that off to the side. And then now I pull my key plate in. And I am just, for my information, I'm just going to lay this down and help me visualize how this is going to work with my key plate. A few things to note. The piece of acetate is perfectly lined up with the edges of my plate, and it is perfectly cut to the same size as my plate. I think that looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with this. I'm going to think a little bit more about how these are going to align together. I've got, for the most part, the scorched earth kind of finished in terms of my carving as well as my building. I'm still working out how I'm going to do the background. And right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just transfer on here where my ginkgo leaves are. So I'm going to take my piece of graphite paper. And if you don't have a piece of graphite paper that you've purchased, remember you can always make yourself some graphite paper, which is what I've done here and started to do here. You just need a really good thick layer of graphite there. So if you're ever short, always remember that. And then I've got this trimmed to the same size as my piece of acetate. I'm lining it up. And I'm gonna align now the acetate on there. And just for thoroughness, I am going to tape this onto my block to make sure it doesn't move around. I personally tend to move things around a little bit when I'm transferring. And now I am just going to trace on top of the acetate, which is going to transfer a graphite line through that graphite paper onto my block. Remember, you need to use a ballpoint pen for this. The ginkgo leaves are what's very important here. And then the second most important things are the little